All right, before I start this video, I just want to remind everyone, every single American, and really people around the world, the CIA is not your friend. As a matter of fact, historically, the CIA has proven to be America's enemy and an enemy to everybody around the world. And the reason I say that is we're going to talk about Larry Ellison, the CEO of Oracle, whose first customer was the CIA, whose reason for success is because of the CIA. He is a government contractor. Larry Ellison is a government contractor, so he's going to benefit greatly as they unveil this $500 billion rollout for this AI infrastructure investment. We're going to listen to this, and then you're going to hear Larry Ellison say what he thinks about you and I being surveilled 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. First, let's talk about this AI partnership.
You're working on. Should I step on this? Okay. All right. No. I'm not that tall. I'm not that tall.
You look even better.
Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most exciting things we're working on, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing, is a cancer vaccine. It's very interesting. It turns out, I'll be quick, all of our cancers, cancer tumors, little fragments of those tumors float around in your blood. So you can do early cancer detection. If you can do using AI, you can do early cancer detection with a blood test. And using AI to look at the blood test, you can find the cancers that are actually seriously threatening the person. So we can, again, cancer diagnosis using AI has the promise of just being a simple blood test. Then beyond that, once we gene sequence that cancer tumor, you can then vaccinate the person, design a vaccine for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer.
So the government and government contractors like Larry here want to individualize VAXXs by sequencing your genes. So they're going to put the government, think about this, Larry Ellison represents the government. We're going to get to that in a second. And we're going to get to what he actually thinks about you. So he wants to sequence your genes, and he wants to give him your DNA information so he can heal you of cancer. So the guise is we're going to do this really, really good thing. And this is the road we're going to take to get this good thing accomplished. Is this somebody you trust? Is this a good idea?
Once we gene sequence that cancer tumor, you can then vaccinate the person, design a vaccine for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer. And you can make that vaccine, that mRNA vaccine, you can make that robotically, again using AI, in about 48 hours. So imagine early cancer detection, the development of a cancer vaccine for your particular cancer aimed at you, and have that vaccine available in 48 hours. This is the promise of AI and the promise of the future.
This is the wave of the future, they tell us. We're just here to help you. We're from the government. Make no mistake, Larry Ellison is with the government, and he is promising to help you.
The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
He's promising to eradicate cancer, and this is how they're going to do it. Let me just ask you, do you think the government is interested in helping you? In helping you eradicate cancer? Do you think Larry Ellison, a government contractor, is interested in that? Do you think Big Pharma is interested in eradicating one of their biggest cash cows? Now watch this same guy talk about how he's interested in modifying the behavior of virtually every single person on the planet, not just police officers, but also citizens.
Everyone would see it. Your body cams will be transmitting that. The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens.
Well, that right there is a lie, because cops already have body cams and dash cams, and they still can't bring themselves to do the right thing. They continue to trample rights. They continue to show their hatred for the people that they're supposed to be protecting and serving. So these body cams and dash cams are not stopping an Austin Hop or a Daria Jalali from brutalizing a 72-year-old dementia patient named Karen Garner in Loveland, Colorado. A body cam didn't stop a Philip Brailsford in the Mesa Police Department from slaughtering Daniel Shaver in the hallway of the La Quinta Inn. Body cams and dash cams and surveillance equipment didn't stop the Arvada Police Department from slaughtering and ending the life of Johnny Hurley, who just got done saving the lives of many, many police officers in the Arvada Police Department because a gunman intended to take them all out. So body cams and dash cams, they don't stop the jump out crew, the Memphis jump out crew, from terrorizing and killing a Tyree Nichols. So this is pie in the sky just on that level, let alone him wanting to launch an all-out state surveillance apparatus against every single American.
Recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on.
Ellison's vision.
We are constantly reporting everything that's going on. In other words, we are going to make all you peon citizens be on your best behavior.
Is for AI to analyze data from this network of cameras in real time in an attempt to prevent crime while also tracking and influencing public behavior for a safer society. However, the idea raises serious privacy concerns. Critics argue it could lead to a surveillance state with constant monitoring infringing on personal privacy rights, while others say it could help solve crimes faster and provide transparency to citizens in cases of excessive force from law enforcement.
I have no doubt that this could help solve crimes. If you've got all these cameras everywhere, then, anybody who's being kidnapped or some woman who decides to take a jog, she's being surveilled, and we're going to be able to apprehend the kidnapper and the killer quicker than we could if the cameras weren't around. There's no doubt about that. But do you want to sacrifice your individual liberties so that you can be secure? What was it Benjamin Franklin said? If you give up a little essential liberty for politically promised security, I added the politically promised part because that's what Larry Ellison is doing. He's giving you a political promise. Hey, we're going to make you secure. Don't worry. But if you give up that essential liberty for politically promised security, which usually never comes, you don't get the security you thought you were going to get. You deserve neither liberty nor security. Do you want surveillance cameras everywhere? Do you want your every move to be tracked and traced? Do you want to be chipped? Do you want your behavior to be modified by the technocrats and the oligarchs? And why didn't Larry Ellison say anything about, we're going to keep a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-week surveillance apparatus pointed at Washington's district of criminals. We're going to see everything those politicians do, every bill they write. Is the surveillance apparatus going to be launched against Larry Ellison and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and the political parasites in Washington? I don't think so, but it will be turned on you and I.
We're going to have supervision. In other words, every police officer is going to be supervised at all times.
But so is every citizen. Because if he wants it for every police officer, he's already voiced he wants it for every citizen. We're going to modify behavior. We're going to reduce crime. There's no place you're going to be able to go and escape from the prying eyes of the government. Big Brother will be watching you, but it's just to keep you safe.
Ellison's proposal highlights a growing trend among tech giants to harness AI for societal influence, which may significantly reshape our lives in the coming years.
He wants to harness AI for societal influence.
Or societal influence.
And over here, he wants to harness AI to make you feel better and eradicate all these diseases like cancer because we are from the government and we care about you. Let me just remind you that Oracle's first customer was the Central Intelligence Agency. This relationship dates back to the company's founding in 1977 when Oracle was initially called Software Development Laboratories. The founders, Larry Ellison, Bob Miner, Ed Oates, developed a relational database product inspired by a 1970s research paper and the CIA became the first organization to adopt their software. It was uniquely designed to manage and query large data sets efficiently, something the CIA found highly valuable for intelligence operations and anti-American unconstitutional operations. This database software was called Oracle V2 and marked the beginning of Oracle's success. So he's got this relationship with the CIA. He is a U.S. government contractor, and U.S. government contractors are incentivized to push their products for greater profit. Who gives a damn about the people? Oracle also has this cozy relationship with the venture capital arm of the CIA called In-Q-Tel. In-Q-Tel was established to help intelligence agencies access cutting-edge technologies, and Oracle's expertise in databases, cloud computing, and analytics aligns closely with the agency's needs. Oracle has consistently been a major contractor for the U.S. government agencies, including the Department of Defense, the CIA, and other intelligence bodies. Databases, cloud services, and cybersecurity tools are integral to managing sensitive government data. And I just want to remind you of the never-ending and always present dangers of the CIA and the FBI and the DEA and the ATF. The CIA has been involved in covert operations aiming at influencing foreign governments. Think of psychological operations, many of which have long-standing consequences that critics argue harmed American credibility and values, like overthrowing democratically elected governments, like the coup they orchestrated with Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh. The CIA also conducted a regime change in Guatemala and in Chile, and they also support authoritarian regimes. Don't forget, the CIA is where we get MK Ultra. They supported death squads and oversaw extraordinary rendition or torture. And to just further highlight the cozy relationship that Larry Ellison has with the CIA through Oracle and his desire for worldwide global surveillance, let's not forget, and most Americans don't know about Operation Chaos from 67 to 74. This program illegally spied on American citizens involved in anti-Vietnam War and civil rights movements, labeling them as potential threats. Today they would call them terrorists, without evidence of wrongdoing. They also collaborated with the FBI. The CIA has worked with other agencies to monitor political activists, sometimes blurring the lines between intelligence gathering and suppression of dissent. They gave rise to hostile regimes, they supported terrorist groups, and they definitely eroded the trust, and there shouldn't be any, in the U.S. government. So when you see a government contractor like Oracle's CEO Larry Ellison aligning himself with the latest presidential administration so that he can help resolve disease and issues that threaten America, and he also wants to institute a global surveillance state apparatus, you gotta wonder, what the frick is really going on here? Or do you really even have to wonder that? I think you know what's going on. The question is, are you going to continue to trust the government? Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, grab a shirt, become a channel member, but more importantly, understand what your rights are and exercise your rights, and realize that it is dangerous to be right when the government is so wrong. I'll see you in the next video.